Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Question number 1. What are the two fundamental digits used in binary code? Binary code में दो कौन से fundamental digits use किए जाते हैं? 0 and 2 होता है, 1 and 3 होता है, 0 and 1 होता है, A and B होता है. तो correct answer है जी 0 and 1 use किया जाता है. This is the correct answer, 0 and 1. Second question. How many bits does the ASCII code used to represent a character? एक character को represent करने के लिए कितने bit ASCII use किए जाते हैं? 8 bit use किए जाते हैं, 16 bit, 32 bit, 64 bit. तो ये represent करने के लिए हम use करते हैं 8 bit use करते हैं. Correct answer is 8 bit. Number 3. In digital computer, what do logic levels 0 and 1 represent in terms of voltage? ये voltage के terms में 0 and 1 क्या represent करता है? 0 volt for 0 and 5 volt for 1, 0 volt for 1 and 5 volt for 0, 0 volt for both 0 and 1, 5 volt for both 0 and 1. तो correct answer है इसका 0 volt for 0 and 5 volt for 1. This is the correct option. Next. Question number 4. Which of the following logic gate produces a high mean one output only when all of its inputs are high? तो कौन सा लॉजिक गेट हाई प्रोड्यूस करता है, वन प्रोड्यूस करता है जब उसकी सारी इनपुट्स हाई होगी, वन होगी? तो आप क्या गेस करते हैं? एंड गेट होता है, एंड गेट होगा, और गेट, नॉट गेट, एक्स और गेट. नंबर 4 इज एंड गेट. उसमें सब अगर इनपुट 1 1 होगी तो आपको रिजल्ट 1 मिलेगा. Which principle in Boolean algebra involve interchanging and or operators while complements variables? तो ये कौन सा प्रिंसिपल होगा कि जिसमें वो इंटरचेंज हो जाता है and or operators while complementing variable? Absorption law, B identity law, C principle of duality, number 4 distributive law. The correct option is principle of duality. ये principle of duality, that is option C, ये इसकी correct option है जी. Question number 6. Which principle of Boolean algebra allows interchanging the and or operator while negating the variables? तो कौन सी ऑप्शन इसमें आएगी? Complement principle, dual principle, inversion principle और identity principle. तो इसमें correct option है जी dual principle, that is option B. Question number 7. Which phase of SDLC involve assessing whether the proposed software system is feasible in terms of resources and budget? किस फेज में हम देखते हैं कि हमारा जो प्रोजेक्ट होगा वो फिजिबल भी होगा सोर्स और बजट के लिहाज से? वो कौन सी स्टेज होती है? डिजाइन स्टेज होती है, एनालिसिस फेज होता है, फिजिबिलिटी स्टडी फेज होता है, कोडिंग फेज होता है? तो फिजिबिलिटी chapter number 5, that is application of computer science, along with the short response questions. Question number 1 is fluid flow sensor is a type of environmental sensor, industrial sensor, motion detection sensor, and climate control sensor. The correct answer is industrial sensor. That is option B. Question number 2. The cloud model that provides services to multiple organizations is known as public cloud, private cloud, community cloud, hybrid cloud. Because it provides multiple organizations, then it belongs to the community cloud. The cloud model that provides best security of data is, that is public cloud, private cloud, community cloud, hybrid cloud. The correct option is, that is private cloud, because best security is in private cloud. Exchange of information between IoT devices and end user is provided by cloud computing, big data analytics, embedded system, or communication protocol. The correct option is communication protocol, that is option D. Question number 5. The blockchain network that is most difficult to set up is public blockchain network, private blockchain network, permissions blockchain network, and consortium blockchain network. The correct option is consortium blockchain network, that is option D. Question number 6. The blockchain network that is open for everyone to join is called public blockchain network, private blockchain network, permissioned blockchain network, or consortium blockchain network. The correct option is public blockchain network, because it's open for everyone. Question number 7. The sensor used to prevent unauthorized movement in restricted area are called environment sensor, industrial sensors, motion detection sensor, and restricted area sensor. The correct option is motion detection sensor, because unauthorized movement due to this one. Question number 8. Sensor used for measuring humidity, air quality, air pressure, temperature, and wind speed are called environment sensors, industrial sensors, motion detection sensor, and measurement sensors. The correct option is measurement sensors, that is option D. Question number 9. Software that is permanently installed in an electronic machine is known as system software, application software, machine software, and fourth option is firmware. The correct option is, that is called firmware. Question number 10. A digital ledger of transactions shared and maintained by network user is called database, accounting software, blockchain, network ledger, that is called a blockchain. That is option C. Short response question and answers. Question number 1. How IoT can enhance our daily life? IoT enables smart homes, remote monitoring, wearable health devices, and real-time alerts, making daily life more efficient and automated. Question number 2. Provide 3 examples of WSNs used in IoT systems. Smart agriculture sensors, home security sensors, home security system, health monitoring systems. These are the 3 examples where you can use IoT WSN used in IoT systems. Question number 3. Differentiate between public cloud model and private cloud model. Public cloud model, services are provided over the internet and shared among users. Private cloud services are maintained within the organization's networks with a higher security and control that is called private cloud. Question number 4. What is blockchain? Why data stored in blockchain is secure? Blockchain is a decentralized digital ledger where data is stored in blocks and linked chronological. It is secured because each block is cryptographical, hashed, and tamper resistant. Question number 5. Why integration of blockchain and IoT is beneficial? Because it ensures secure, transparent data exchange between devices, prevents data tampering, and provides decentralized automation. Question number 6. Define permissioned blockchain network. A permissioned blockchain is a type of blockchain where only authorized participants can join and validate transactions, providing more control and privacy. Chapter number 6, that is impact of computing. And at the last I will provide you short response questions also. तो हम स्टार्ट करते हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 है, what is the primary objective of understanding and applying safe and responsible use of information sources? Option A है to collect as much information as possible. Number 2, that is B, differentiate between reliable and unreliable sources. Number C, to share information with others, to store information securely. Now, I have given you the answer with justification. Correctness B. Option number B is correct. That is, ensure users can filter and rely on trustworthy information. तो इसमें correct option कौन सा हुआ? B. A, C, and D overlook validation and ethical responsibility. Question number 2. What is one of the key points of the text regarding information sources? They are always 100% reliable. They can be either reliable or unreliable. They are all equally trustworthy. They are only found in books. Correct option is B. B, that is, they can be either reliable or unreliable. B, recognize the importance of critical evaluation. Next, A and C are false assumption. A and C, while D is limit scope of sources. Question number 3, which of the following is not a part of safe and responsible use of information sources? Number 1, identifying reliable sources, sharing information without verification, and applying critical thinking skills, understanding the sources of information. तो इसमें से कौन सा होगा? A part of safe and responsible use for information sources, not a part. That is B, sharing information without verification. जबकि A, C, and D all promotes ethical and informed use only. Question number 4, what is the importance of identifying reliable information sources? It helps in hoarding information. It prevents access to information. It ensures the accuracy and credibility of information. It promotes the use of unreliable sources. The correct option is C, because it ensures the accuracy and reliability information. While A, B, and D are either harmful or incorrect. Question number 5. How can one differentiate between reliable and unreliable information sources? By choosing sources randomly, by evaluating the credibility and trustworthiness of sources, by using information sources without any evaluation, by avoiding all information sources. The correct option is B, that is, by evaluating the credibility and trustworthiness of sources. जबकि B, critical thinking and sources evaluating are essential, क्योंकि ये essential होता है इसके लिए critical thinking. जबकि A, C, and D suggest poor or irrational strategies. Question number 6. Which of the following is a key aspect of responsible information use? Sharing information without verifying its accuracy? No. Citing sources when using information? Yes. Keeping all information sources secret? No. Ignoring the sources of information? No. The correct option is B, that is critical, that is citing sources when using information. Citation आपको प्रोवाइड करना होती है जब आप कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन आप यूज करते हो अपने काम में. वो असाइनमेंट भी हो सकती है, प्रोजेक्ट भी हो सकता है, और थीसिस समथिंग एल्स. B, citing sources showing integrity and respect, while A, C, and D promotes unethical or untrustworthy behavior. Question number 7. What is meant by applying safe and responsible use of information sources? Using information for personal gain only? Using information without questioning its accuracy? Using information in a way that respects ethical guidelines and reliability? Using information without any concern for its region? The correct option is C, that is using information in a way that respects ethical guideline and reliability. While A, B, and D disregarded safety and ethical consideration, the correct option is the C. Question number 8. What role does critical thinking play in safe and responsible use of information sources? It ensures blind acceptance of information. It promotes skepticism and evaluations of information. It discourages the use of information. It has no impact on information use. The correct option is B, that is, it promotes skepticism and evaluations of information. जबकि A is related to encouraging blind acceptance is risky. Okay. Number C, discouraging use prevents learning. Okay. Number D, claiming no impacts undermines its value. Question number 9. Which of the following is an example of an assistive technology used to enhance mobility for individuals with disabilities? GPS navigation app, social media platform, video streaming services, online shopping website. The correct option is, because this is enhanced mobility individual, then the correct option is GPS navigation applications. जबकि V, C, and D do not relate to physical mobility assistance. Question number 10. What type of assistive technology can help individuals with visual impairments access digital content through touch? Number 1 is screen magnification software. B is hearing aids, braille display. D, speech recognition software. The correct answer is, that is, braille display allow tactile reading. Correct answer is braille display, because option A is belongs to magnificent assistant vision, not touch. Hearing aids address auditory needs. Speech tools serve verbal interfaces. Next is short response, question and answer. What is the primary objective of safe and responsible use of information sources? The primary objective is to ensure that information being accessed and used is accurate, credible, and ethical sourced. This helps in making informed decisions and prevents the spread of information. ये क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 का आंसर है. Question number 2. How would you distinguish between a reliable and unreliable information source in a real world scenario? A reliable source is typically authorized, yes, by experts, published by reputable organizations, and provide citations. An unreliable source may lack author credential, show bias, or include unverified information. Evaluating credibility is essential for responsible use. अगर उसकी प्रॉपर साइटेशन हो तो आपका रिलायबल सोर्सेज होगा, अगर उसकी प्रॉपर साइटेशन वगैरह ना हो तो वो अनरिलायबल इंफॉर्मेशन होती है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 3, व्हाई इज इट इम्पोर्टेंट टू आइडेंटिफाई द सोर्स ऑफ both reliable and unreliable information? Identifying sources help ensure that only valid and factual information is used. This is particularly important in education, journalism, and research where accuracy is crucial. It also helps prevent the dissemination of false or misleading content. Question number 4. Describe a situation where you would need to apply the principles of safe and responsible use of information sources. Answer is, when writing a school research project, then it is important to cite valid and trustworthy websites or books. This practice upholds academic honesty and ensure that the findings are based on real and supported facts. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती है कि आप जो भी डेटा जहां से लेते हैं, वेबसाइट से डेटा लेते हैं, किसी आर्टिकल से डेटा लेते हैं, तो यू मस्ट बी साइट इन योर research papers or assignments or projects. Question number 5. What are some potential consequences of using unreliable information without verifying its credibility? Using unreliable information can lead to misinformation होता है उसमें, poor decision होती है, and the spread of false narratives. It can damage reputation and hinder the effectiveness of communication in both personal and professional contexts. Question number 6. How has computing technology facilitated increased connectivity between individuals and communities, both locally and globally? Computing technology enables people to connect via email, social media, video conferencing, and messaging apps. This has transformed how individuals communicate, share ideas, and collaborate across long distance and cultural barriers. Question number 7. What are some specific examples of environmental benefits and challenges that have arisen as a result of increased connectivity through computing? Benefits include reduced travel through online meeting and decreased paper use due to digital communication. However, challenges such as e-waste generation and high electricity consumption due to server uses have also emerged. Question number 8. In what ways has increased connectivity through computing affects cultural exchange and diversity in digital age? Connectivity promotes cross-cultural dialogues, learning and appreciation of different traditions. Yes. Then, however, it may also lead to cultural homogenization and the loss of unique cultural identities if local traditions are not preserved. Question number 9. Can you provide specific example of sources that are considered reliable and sources that are unreliable? Reliable sources include peer-reviewed journals, government websites, and publications by non-experts. Yes, ये आपकी example होगी reliable sources के. Unreliable sources may be anonymous blogs, biased media, or site without credible authorship or citation. Of chapter number 7, that is digital literacy. Question number 1 is, dash is a key requirement for conducting a qualitative interview. इनमें से कौन सी रिक्वायरमेंट है जो कि क्वालिटेटिव इंटरव्यू कंडक्ट करने के लिए यूज की जाती है? नंबर ए इज प्लानिंग एंड इम्प्लीमेंटेशन, सर्वे, टॉकिंग विद इंटरव्यू, डेटा एनालिसिस. Justification is correct answer is A, means planning and implementation. B, survey. Survey, the purpose of survey is used for quantitative research, not qualitative interview. Talking with interviews necessary, but without planning it lacks structure. And D is the data analysis, mean comes after the interview, not a requirement to conduct it. These are my justification for the correction of option A. Question number 2. Which software can be used to create eye-catching infographics? MS Word, MS PowerPoint, MS Excel, MS Access. Okay, the correct option is MS PowerPoint. That is option B. MS Word used for text processing, not ideal for visuals. As I told you, B is the correct option is Microsoft PowerPoint. MS Excel mainly used for calculation purpose. Access is the database management. Question number 3. Dash is the process of representing a model in terms of time and space. Communication, simulation, control system, or radar. The correct option is B, that is simulation. Why not others? Communication refers to exchange of information, not modeling. Control system manage system behavior but not about representation. Radar detects objects, not a modeling tool. Question number 4. Dash refers to a basic version of a product used for testing. What? Survey, questionnaire, prototype, and chart. The correct option is the prototype, that is C option. Why not others? Because survey used for collecting data, not product testing. Questionnaire contains structured questions, not a product model. Chart, visual representation of data unrelated to product creation. Question number 5. The process of creating synthetic or fake data that resembles real-world data is referred to as dash. Presentation, simulation, primary data, secondary data. The correct answer is the simulation. Why not others? Because presentation display information that does not generate data. B, that is the correct option. C, primary data, originally data collected directly from a source that will become a primary data. Secondary data, already existing data reused from other studies, that is called secondary data. Question number 6. Dash are graphics and images describing information visually. Option A is visual text. Option B is worksheets. Option C is infographics. Option D is secondary data. The correct option is infographics. Why not others? Visual text, not a technical terms, loosely refer to any visible content. Worksheets used for data entry and analysis, not visual storytelling. D is secondary data, a type of data, not a visual tool. The correct option is infographics. Question number 7. Dash is the process of using graphical formats to visually represent relationship between data sets, that is primary data, secondary data, and presentation, survey. The correct option is presentation. Why not others? Primary data, raw data, that is unprocessed information, is called the data. Secondary data, pre-existing data not focused on visual representation. D option, survey, method to collect information, not presenting it. Short response question and answer. Define digital literacy and its significance. Digital literacy is the ability to find, evaluate, create, and communicate information using digital technologies. It enables individuals to participate fully in the digital world, including education, communication, and professional life. Question number 2 is differentiate between simulation and prototype. Simulation are computer generated method that imitate real world process for analysis and understanding purpose. Prototypes are early working models of products that allow users to test design and functionality before full scale of production. Question number 3. Write steps to design a Google Forms to conduct a survey. First, sign into your Google account. Okay. Open Google Forms. Yes. Okay. Then add a title. तब आपने टाइटल ऐड करना है, फिर उसकी डिस्क्रिप्शन ऐड करनी है. क्रिएट वेरियस क्वेश्चन टाइप लाइक मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चन, शॉर्ट आंसर, adjust required settings. Sometimes some important question you must required, set the option required settings, and finally share form link to collect your responses. Question number 4. Write a short note on data simulation. Data simulation refers to the process of creating synthetic data sets that resembles a real world, जो कि बिल्कुल real world की तरह का ही लगता है. It is useful for testing models and system when real data is limited or inaccessible, ensuring the system performs correctly under various conditions. Question number 5. How are reports a good tool for data presentation? Reports are effective for summarizing and communicating data in an organized manner. They often include charts, graphs, and written explanations which make complex information more understandable and help in decision-making process. Chapter Entrepreneurship in Digital Age. That is chapter number 8. Let's start the session. Multiple choice question. Question number 1. Product is the fundamental outcome of complex process designed to meet the need of consumers, industry, producers, entrepreneur. The correct option is that is consumers. Consumers. Why not others? Option B is industry creates products, not the end user. Okay. B means C. Producers, manufacturers, not the target group. D is entrepreneurs initiate business, not the ultimate focus. The correct option is the option A, that is consumers. Question number 2. Developing new products that allow a company to explore new market is called market expansion, revenue generation, innovations, customer satisfaction. The correct option is innovation. Why not A, B, and C? Because market expansion is the result. B, revenue is the benefit. D, customer satisfaction is a long-term outcome. Question number 3. Prototype share the common goal of providing valuable insight to improve the initial product, revenue, final product, and expansion. The correct option is final products. Why not others? A, that is initial products, means prototypes are made after initial products. Okay. B, revenue is in effect. D option is expansion is not the goal of prototype. The correct option is C. Question number 4. In order to test technical aspects and validate the feasibility, dash is used: proof of concept prototype, working prototype, digital prototype, and paper prototype. The correct option is proof of concept prototype. Why not others? Because working prototype test more refined features. Digital ones are user interface focused. Paper prototype are basic visual drafts. Question number 5. Dash is used for internal testing and refinement. Alpha prototype, beta prototype, digital prototype, functional prototype. The correct option is alpha prototype. Is used for internal testing and refinement. Why not others? Beta tests are public or user-facing. Digital prototypes are conceptual. Functional prototypes include operations but not refinement. Question number 6. Beta testing helps in identifying any remaining issues before the product first release, product final release, product official release, product beta release. The correct option is product official release. Why not others? Not necessarily before first version. Not limited to final release. Beta release has already happened. Question number 7. Dash helps to mitigate risk and reduce the likelihood of costly errors. Risk reduction, iterative development, cost saving, visualization. The correct option is iterative development. Why not others? A risk reduction is general term, not a development methods. C. Cost saving is a result, not a process. Visualization supports but does not ensure correction. Question number 8. 3D printers can transform digital design into tangible object in physical prototype, paper prototype, prototype kits, beta prototype. The correct option is physical prototype because 3D prints physical versions are there. Paper prototype, paper is 2D and statics. Prototype kits are for manual use. Beta is software oriented. Question number 9. Iterative and refinements through prototype are key to creating products that are aligned with project goal, user needs, records, elements. The correct option is the user needs because goals are broader and records are unrelated and elements is too vague. The correct option is B, that is user needs. Question number 10. Prototype closely resembles with the user interface. Option A is digital prototype, working prototype, proof of concept prototype, intellectual prototype. The correct option is digital prototype. Why not others? Because working ones include physical or mechanical parts. Proof of concept is functional, not user interface based. Intellectual prototype is not standard. Short response questions. List out the products and services from the following items. Products में क्या क्या आती है? Books, smartphones, detergents, electrical appliances. Services में आता है consulting, car wash, coordinations, overseas traveling, healthcare services, and catering. These are the services. Question number 2. Why is successful product development important? It ensures that customer needs are met, fosters innovation, and help a company stay competitive in the market. Question number 3. In what way is alpha prototype different from beta prototype? Alpha prototypes are for internal testing and refining functionality, while beta prototypes are used by a real user to get feedback before the final release. यानी कि जो सॉफ्टवेयर हाउस में जो टेस्ट की जाती है वो आपकी अल्फा प्रोटोटाइप होती है और जो कि यूजर अपने एंड पे टेस्ट करता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड बीटा टेस्टिंग, बीटा प्रोटोटाइप. Question number 4. Explain the forces that are driving the growth of entrepreneurship. Access to digital platform, rise of freelancing, increased access to funding, and global connectivity all drive entrepreneurial activities. Question number 5. How do reports serve a good tool for data presentation? Report organize data systematically using table, visualize and summarize, making it easier to understand pattern and make decisions. Thank you so much, dear students. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel and send it to your friends for the blessing. Thank you so much and Jazakallah khair.